I used to be a spotter for Gillis used to announce, and I'd spotter is like I'd just watch who does the tackle. I'd be like 55 on the tackle, 55, 55. Then you look at the roster. Evan Budd. Okay. So the goal here, what we're trying to figure out, is the probability of at least one success. We kind of got to work our way there. There's not really a formula that just like does that. So let's say there's a multiple choice test, A, B, C, D. Let's just talk through one example here. What's the probability? You're randomly guessing. Like you have no idea. You're taking like a Calc 7 test. It's just multiple choice. And it's like, I got this.
Oh, no, that's good.
So what's the probability of success if you just randomly guess? 0.25. So what's the probability you get it wrong? What's the probability you fail? 0.75. Let's say it's a 5-question test. And so the question we're trying to answer is what's the probability you get at least one question correct? But that's really hard because you could get the first question, the second question, the third question, the fourth question, the fifth question. Or you could get 2 right, which could be the first and second, or the first and third, or the first and fourth, or the first and fifth, or the second, third. You know, like or 3 right. There's all these different crazy combinations. So what is by far the easiest to do is find the probability. So how many questions could I possibly get right? I could get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What do all of these have to add up to? That's 100%, right? 100% chance I'm going to get either 0 questions right, 1 question right, 2, 3, 4, or 5 questions right. What I really want is this. That's what this is asking. What's the probability I get more than 1? But that's like almost impossible. It's not almost impossible. It's really hard to find. It's annoying. It takes time. So I'm going to find this, and then what can I do with it? Subtract it from 1. So I'm going to find the probability that I didn't succeed at all, and then the opposite of never succeeding is you succeeded at least once. So what's the probability of no successes? Well, think about our slots thing. So I got 5 questions in a row. And if I don't succeed, that means I failed every single time. So what's the probability I fail in the first question? 0.75. In the second question, 0.75. So it ends up just being 0.75 to the 5th is the probability that I never succeed. I got every question wrong. 0.75 to the 5th. You see where I'm getting that from? Let's find that number. 0.237. So that's the probability that I got 0 questions correct on the test. So then the probability I got at least 1 correct is 100 minus or 1 minus that. So if I do 1 minus this, so what is that? 0.763. So that is my answer. Let me go through now. Let's say I'm doing the free throws one. 70% free throws. So what's the probability of success? 0.7. What's the probability of failure? Is 3. Let's say I'm going to shoot 3 free throws. You guys want to try it, or am I just keep going? Try it out, and then if you're like, I don't have a clue what to do, I can't try it. Just wait. I'll go through it. Is this big enough? Like, what's on your screen? No, it's just like I'm using it to explain it. Okay. I'm a fancy Google Sheets teacher now. Damn it. So this is the question we're looking at answer. All of that process is just to help you understand how we're getting to that. So 70% free throw shooter, they're going to fail 30% of the time. What did I say, 3? So the probability of no success would mean you missed again, you missed again. So 0.7 to the third. Is that 0.343?
Yeah.
And so that's the probability I made 0 free throws. Well, there's only, I can make 0, 1, 2, or 3. So if I remove 0 from the ball game, I'm left with 1, 2, or 3, and that's the same thing as at least 1. Dang it. Yeah. That was a really bad time to make a mistake. Because it was like super confusing. I'm sorry. So 0.3, is that 0.027? Is that right? Okay. So yeah, I have to fail 3 times in a row. So you're taking the failure probability to the third power. So 0.973. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So aside from me screwing it up, that was like the worst time possible to screw it up. How many had that? Let's say rolling a 2 or lower. So what's the probability? So I'm going to roll a random die, 6-sided die, fair die. What's the probability I roll a 2 or lower? 1/3, right? So probability of failure would be rolling like a 3 or higher, which is 2/3. Let's say we're going to roll 4 dice, 4 die. So let's try to find those next two. I would use like parentheses, 1 divided by 3 parentheses. Or I would do like 0.333, like a ton of 3s. Otherwise it's going to round and you're going to be like a little bit off. Or you could do it in French. That seems unlikely, but just throw it out there. Oh, really? It's 2/3.
Yeah, it's not good.
So it's 16 over 81. So it'll be the answer. Okay, so the probability of no success is you failed 4 times in a row. 0.2 or 2/3 to the fourth, which I know is 16 over 81. I don't know what that is as a decimal. 0.1975. That's the probability that I failed 4 times in a row. I did not roll a 2 4 times in a row. So the probability I got at least 1 success is 1 minus that. So 0.8025. 2469. All right. Question on that? How many had that? All right. Let's say winning the lottery. You got a, let's say 0.001 chance of winning the lottery. You're going to play it 6 times. Figure out the rest. This part of the class is brought to you by Don't Win the Lottery. Yeah, that's like exaggerating it. I understand why you're calculating say like 1e to the negative 12. I'm making you want to play lottery. It's not helping. So your probability of failure is 0.999. The probability of no success would be 0.999 6 times, so to the 6th power, so 0.994. And then 1 minus that, so 0.006. The chance you'll win at least once.
I don't know, 26% chance to win.
Yeah,
If you win, you get to retire or not work.
that's not true.
And for $18 though.
So, like, you can win the lottery, but it's like $2.
Well, that's when you only play when it's 5.
No, but you win the millions if you match every single number. You can match like 2 numbers, and they'll be like, here's $1. You match 3 numbers, they'll be like, here's $4. Then, like, what everyone does, like, oh, let's buy 4 more tickets. You know, they're just throwing it.
$18 for the chance I can make what I want.
Alright, go for it.
Not that I'll ever win.
Let's try. So do those 2. We haven't done those 2 yet. Is that a question or like a victory celebration? Peter, what are you president of? Oh, are you really? You got a shirt that says president.
Yeah, it's from opposite.
That's sweet.
So that we don't feel like official uniform all the time.
I want a shirt that says teacher.
Today's lingo.
On the fourth question, is success defined by being party?
It's not very
Oddly enough, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's make it 30% of the time. 30% chance of time. I was gonna type Maui in there, no, it's spelled it, so I freaked out.
And how many times we tried that?
I forgot. There.
It's 1 through 4.
So basically, Maui is late. His first 2 classes.
Wow.
Just kidding. Like, more than that, Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's such a wide spread.
Take it back, back to you.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's harder than
That's just more like where it was very important to learn like step by step.
We'll say that.
It'll go like a few inches. So
I would say no, there is stuff. I would say civics is probably actually not harder, but more work. Okay, that.
Okay. So, 5 please. True false test. Probability of success is a half. Probability of failure is a half. Probability of no success would be 0.5 to the 7. 1/128. 0.0078. And then 1 minus that would be 0.9922-ish. How many had that for the true false test question? 30% chance of being on time. So there's 0.3 chance you're here on time. 0.7 chance you're not. Probability of no success is 0.3 to the 5th. What do you mean? Well, if it's flipped, it's different. Huh? So keep in mind, like when you get this question on con, what did it? Dang it! See, William, start talking to me. Can't concentrate anymore. Is this better?
yes.
Alright, so keep in mind, when this is on con or this is on the test, I'm going to give you this and this and just ask you for that. Like, I'm not guiding you through step by step like I'm on this worksheet, you know. And we'll practice that. Just saying. You know. Questions for me? Tomorrow, deal or no deal?
Did I get hype about me? You're gonna get Matt
Kind of scared.
That either comes with like face paint.
It's not like, you guys come with like shirts on that says like T-E-A-L. And you're a deal or no deal on your chest. You guys can
Damn, where's your uniform?
You're blasting like the dealer did or the other song. I'm a little bit scared. Peter's really excited like on a normal day. So. Flip the table?
That was one time.
What happened? Tell me.
Mr. Martin was completely ridiculous about that. It was a legitimate science game until he decided to make the winner random. That just kind of.
So what did you do?
So I just walked off from the table, and the table was like, what? That's what happened. It was literally happening. It was like, it just kept going on for me.
You know what? It just makes me want to do the same thing. So, Peter says he got up on the table. But I want to ask Connor. He says he got up on the table and just happened to flip.
I don't think
No,
that.
I got up very aggressive.
But you didn't like throw the table.
I mean, it was I got up over the pitch. So,
What did you do? What did your teacher do?
my teacher just got
Like, did you get drunk?
So I don't think so, actually.
According to my law class,
for this.
That's really funny. Yeah, now I'm scared.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's not going.
That is awesome. Wait, that was a